Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video I'd like to introduce you to Colab-a-list, a next generation shopping list application that takes it a couple steps further than your average shopping cart. My name's Eric Garcia for Full Sail University in the application deployment course for the 1404 term. Let's get started. So to give you a kind of background on how this idea came to be, my wife and I try to keep track of our shopping list, and she writes it down and sometimes has to send me out, and I don't do well with paper lists and keeping track of them. Yet I always have my phone on me, so I like to keep that digital list. But we've always seemed to be out of sync, and I've had a couple applications that sync to the cloud, but then I have to basically log into her phone from my account, and it gets a hassle when it's just us two, let alone if we wanted to share with anyone else, for instance, like if for roommates or anything like that. So I wanted a more cohesive way to have a shopping list to where you can share it, similar to how you would share a Google Drive document, to where you can share it with anybody and they would be able to either just view and edit it. So that was kind of my main driving focus in creating this application. To take it a few steps further, what I did is basically incorporate what you would do with a shopping list. It's all about food. So jumping into the application design here, I have just a basic tab bar design with 4 simple tabs. One being the shopping list is obviously the main focus of the application, which would organize and sort out whatever items you added to your shopping list, obviously through produce or meat, or you could even self-define your categories if you'd like. Instead of just having your shopping list that would be able to sync, and you'd be able to share this with virtually anybody, and be able to edit it, update it, check off what they've already gotten. For instance, my wife and I, or if maybe you had a set of roommates that had some things that they needed to stay up to date on and keep stock the fridge or whatnot, or even maybe a party planning committee where they have to have so many items that they're getting ready for a party for some kind of work event, and they have a few different people going out to get different things. They can set categories for people and what they need to get, and you can see the progress obviously as you move forward and get closer to the party. Then going into what else you do with food is you cook it and eat it, and you plan your weeks out on what you're going to eat, so that way your shopping list stays full and you know what you're getting when you go to the store and you don't impulse buy. So that's what I wanted to incorporate into the app. We have a recipe section, which we'll be diving into a couple different APIs, and I haven't nailed down which one I'll be using just yet. But that will allow you to search the various recipe sites like Food Network and things of that nature to find recipes and store them, as well as create your own recipes. If you got your mama's favorite meatloaf you want to put in there, you can create your own recipe and add it to your recipe box, your digital recipe box, if you will, with different dinners and desserts that you can obviously categorize in however you'd like to. And then taking it that one step forward is what you do with those meals and recipes. Ultimately you'd like to be able to plan out your week and set your shopping list. So the last tab, which is the meals planning tab, you'd go in here and see a table similar to this where you'd have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner for so many days of the week, and be able to go in there and click on a individual cell for, say, breakfast, and it would bring up a modal window that showed you your recipe box, your digital recipe box, all the breakfast recipes you have, so you can choose whatever you wanted, and it would obviously populate that field so you can start planning your week. And once you add it to this meal plan, it would automatically add those ingredients to your shopping list app. So it's all kind of in sync with each other throughout the app. And also, when you click on this, it would show your recipe box, or also give you an option to search those APIs that I talked about previously on different recipes. And then the last and final tab would just be a More tab, where kind of juggling this around to be a settings / about the author type of tab. And as you can see right now, I just have a couple links for this, various social networks, and possibly a short about the author section, if the size permits, if I don't have a lot of other settings and things that I need to add to this tab. So with that, guys, that is Colab-a-list for a next generation shopping list experience. Thanks for taking time to watch this video, and have a great night.